And hello and welcome back. And I am Bragi, the Viking.
And I am Egil, also a Viking.
And today we are here for another Folktale chat. As you know, we've done 2 episodes so far, and we thought we'd do a 3rd one. All good things happen in 3s, but no doubt we'll film more as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So, what are we going to talk about today, Egil?
Well, it was about the Billy Gruff 3.
The Billy Goat's Gruff.
Billy the Goat's Gruff.
Yeah, so we thought today, instead of just talking about general folklore, we're going to just choose one folktale and we're going to just talk about that.
It does seem very popular.
It is a very popular tale. It's certainly very popular since we've updated our thumbnails and probably hashtagged it.
It's amazing how one story stands out from another.
It does.
It fascinates me to see that, because what you think is going to be wow isn't, whereas the ones you think...
Well, if you're not familiar with the 3 Billy Goats Gruff, I'll just do a quick... I won't tell you the tale, but we'll just tell you what happened. So, first of all, there's these 3 Billy Goats Gruff, and they're all brothers, and they live in a valley. And one day, they was hungry, as goats often are, and they decided individually to go and walk to the other side of the valley, having to go over an old bridge. And we all know from folklore what lives under bridges, don't we, Egil?
Trolls.
Trolls. And so the first Billy Goat encountered the troll, and the troll wanted to eat the Billy Goat, the goat. And of course the Billy Goat said, well, you don't want to eat me, you'll have to eat my brother, he's far bigger. And the troll, being greedy and having a big stomach and large appetite, thinking, well, here's a bigger Billy Goat come across, I'll eat in them. And so the second Billy Goat, the middle Billy Goat, went over the bridge. And again, the troll popped his head out over the bridge and said, I'm going to eat you. And the middle Billy Goat explained, whoa, you don't have to eat me. I've already got a bit of skin and bones, and you have to eat my older brother. He's massive compared to me, and give you a good meal. And so the troll, being greedy, decides that, well, he's going to eat the 3rd Billy Goat, the biggest Billy Goat. But what the troll did not realise was that Billy Goat had some massive horns. And when the troll popped his head out to talk to the Billy Goat, it charged and pierced his eyes and his ears with his horns and blinded the troll. And the Billy Goat, the last one, got over the valley and ended up eating grass.
Since you've told me that, I think this is a lesson that avarice blinds you to what's going on. And, you know, I mean, he was hanging out for the biggest and the best.
Well, yes.
And it's sort of like a salutary lesson. Take what you've got, don't go crazy, because you're going to be blinded by wealth.
Yes.
And everything else is going to go.
Is it a moral tale of greed? If you're greedy, you could end up being blind. I mean, you know, we all heard about things that can make you go blind. But
well, I mean, it's the same throughout all the folk tales. It's 3s, 9s.
Yes. Well, three is one of those numbers that always appears.
Well, I mean, you've got in Norse mythology the 3 norns.
Yes.
Urd, Vend and Skaldi.
Yes.
Time that was, the time that is, and the time that is to come.
Yes, indeed.
And they measure out, again, it's from the Greeks, where they measure out a length of thread and cut it, and that's your lifespan. Some people's are longer than others. But this, I think, is a tale of morality, like, I don't know when it dates from even.
Well, it's probably a very old medieval tale. It's certainly a lot earlier than the 15th or 16th century, where some folk tales do originate from. So, in my mind, I'll say it's a much older tale.
Yeah, it could be one that's transferred from pagan period to Christian, because I mean, the same message, it doesn't matter whether it's pagan or Christian, is, hey, you know, don't go.
Oh, yes. Of course,
crazy over
what did the Norse think that's a troll was? A troll was a fiend. Or a very scary creature. So it's something you'll tell your children not to go out, not go near that bridge at night.
I do think that today we could take a lesson from this story, because that's all this society seems to be keen on, is making a profit and never mind the consequences.
Well, when you put corporation before people, and corporation benefit and the people don't, but that's another subject.
But it's still related to
well,
me
yes.
anyway on the story that wealth isn't the be all and end all. And it's sort of emphasising, to me, this is only my thought, the union of family.
Is it a moral story to tell
Yeah.
you of one of the commandments? Thou shalt not be greedy.
Yeah, coveting people's wealth. I was going to say, yeah. But having said that, it's warning you to just keep a touch of reality, because we've seen today, I mean, you know, yeah, you make big profits and all of a sudden the bubble bursts.
Well, yes.
And tragedy ensues. But, you know, what do you think out there?
I mean, why 3 brothers, first of all? Why not 4? Or 5 or 2? I suppose with 2 of them it wouldn't work.
Well, 3.
With 1 it wouldn't work. So 3 is a minimum it needs to work on a folktale.
Ingrained within, even today, 3. You know, I give you 3 wishes.
Yes.
You know, the 3 brothers, or the, you know, 3 Norns, or whatever. 3 signify, it's in the human psyche.
Oh, yeah, it's a very old thing indeed, I think.
And who knows? I think it's a lesson that we could, like I say, I think it's a lesson that we could learn from today. And this is the thing about fairy tales, or folk tales as I prefer to call them. The lesson is still as valid now as it was when it first originated. A cliche is only a cliche because it's repeated. And if it's a sensible message, yeah, listen to it. And I think this is it. That these tales survive to teach people, not necessarily children, but to teach people, adults and children, this is the way to do things, and if you do it this way you come to grief, or if you do it that way you succeed. And the Billy Goat story to me signifies that. On one hand it looks like they're betraying their family, you know, eat my brother not me.
Oh yeah, it does, yes.
But it turns around because they all know.
I mean, if it was 3 humans instead, you wouldn't exactly go and say, eat my brother, would you? Although fundamentally, you might.
Family.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
But yeah, having said that, yeah, it seems like they, to me, and this is only my view, that they arranged this because they know what trolls are like under the bridge. The troll represents greed and avarice in its worst terms.
But that's from a Christian point of view. From a Norse point of view, a pagan point of view, what would it represent in that aspect?
Again, to me, greed and avarice, but it's the trolls. I mean, to me, trolls are folk memory of Neanderthals. Because if you listen to the description of trolls and then look at the skeletal remains that we have of Neanderthal man, there are parallels, and it's the sort of thing, I mean, we assume they died out thousands of years ago.
Well, that's what we've been told.
Yeah.
I think we're learning that's not correct now.
They could have interbred, they could have just gone far north, who knows?
I mean, have they ever found any DNA on them, so on humans? I believe that they are.
Yeah, they have, because I remember once saying that humans, Homo sapiens and Neanderthals mated. They said, oh no, you can't do that. Well, after I left university, they found the skull, the head of a child from around that period, which apparently an eagle had taken. Anyway, they looked at the DNA and there was a combination of Homo sapien and Neanderthal. And who knows, you know, I mean, also you've got people, you haven't got the medicines and diet of the past. Some people come out, you know, disabled.
Well, why goats? Why not sheep? I mean, is it simply because this is a Norwegian folk tale and therefore you're more likely to find goats in Norway than sheep?
Well,
because of the mountain areas?
Well, also, if you're looking at a Christian version, goats are not, you know, they say separating the sheep from the goats. But sheep are associated with Christianity.
Yes, and the goat
with
the devil.
Yeah. So whether that's sort of inferring that, I don't know. But again, you know, you tell us.
And why a bridge? You know, why not an old ruin? Or, you know, again, it's that symbolism of there being an old structure in this tale.
How about this? Maybe the bridge is the bridge between paganism and Christianity.
Yes.
That they cross over into, you know.
Is it about conversion? Is the bridge the conversion? And getting across the bridge is the trial of being converted?
It might well be that case, because I mean, a lot of the sagas and stories have been Christianized, most notably Beowulf. They've missed bits out there, but the thing is, it's the form of mass communication, isn't it? You don't have television, you don't have computers, blah blah blah. All you have is the spoken voice, and if you've got a preacher around in a pagan area, and the king of that area says, you look after him, so you feast him, and he'll reward you with a story. That's the hint. Now, if that story is Christianized, they may not recognize it, or they will recognize it and accept its message.
Yeah.
And that could well be the case. I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it goes. But
it's a very interesting tale, and you know, let's not lose perspective of the tale itself and how wonderful that tale is.
it's entertaining.
It is entertaining, and I think at some point we're going to have you record a Christmas version of the tale. Hopefully, at some point this year it will snow, and you better get round. It won't be too high.
Or we can make snow.
Well,
Put
yes.
a styrene outside,
Well,
I guess.
it might be a bit messy.
Yeah,
Because I fancy you telling a version of this tale, but set at Christmas with it snowing. The goats trying to find grass in the snow. I think that'd be really nice.
Well, we can sort.
So, if you'd like to see that for a Christmas special video, let us know.
A few months for us to prepare for that
Yeah,
one.
it is, but we're going to prepare this time. Unlike last year where we didn't prepare and we kind of messed up. But
Are we having the radioactive tree again?
we are having the radioactive tree every year. Of course, they're not seeing that tree yet because it's not Christmas, Egil.
No. Well,
Happy Christmas, Egil.
yeah, Happy New Year. Happy Easter.
Even though it's March.
Take your pick.
So anyway, so this is a little chat on the folklore of the folk tale, the three billy goats Gruff, and I do hope you enjoy it. I find it a very fascinating tale. What do you think?
Yeah, we'd like to hear from you, because I'm sure there are people out there who are going, I know what this is all about. Let us know, because we're learning as well.
Oh, of course so. And if you have any more folk tales you'd like us to talk about in these folk tale chats, then please leave us a comment.
Yeah, and also leave us a comment on what you would like to see in general.
Well, yes, we're always looking forward to reading your comments. In fact, I do have a few to reply to today. So, for now, it is goodbye from Egil.
And it's goodbye from Bragi.
It's goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.